We're not about stopping aging, we're about reversing it. We're interested in bona fide rejuvenation, taking people who are already in middle age or older and fixing them up, so at the molecular level and the cellular level, so that they are biologically, both mentally and physically, just like young adults again. So there are a variety of stem cell treatments, for example, that we need in this. Clinical trials to remove senescent cells just started up last year and are going to be expanding this year. I would expect that the very first versions of these therapies will be quite arduous, quite clunky, like any new technology. But as time goes on, the interventions will become more advanced, more sophisticated, and absolutely we will get to the point where we can take people closer and closer to the brink and bring them back away from the brink. Initially, I expect that some of it will require surgery to replace whole organs, for example, with artificial organs, but that will probably only be for a temporary period. It will be a bit like, an extreme version of what we have today with, for example, the MMR vaccine, which is really 3 vaccines in one, but you just get 1 injection. Just the sheer mercenary economic imperative is completely sufficient to ensure that this is going to happen. The amount of money that we spend keeping people alive in a bad state of health at the end of life is just astronomical, and we would save that money. And when I give time frames for all of this, and I say that I think we've got more than a 50-50 chance of getting all of these therapies really comprehensively in place within the next 20 years, I always make sure to emphasize that there's at least a 10% chance that we won't get there for 100 years. But that's okay, a 50% chance is quite enough to be worth fighting for. People who are in their 60s or maybe even 70s at that time will be in a position to benefit. And that means people who are in their 40s or 50s now.